Hey faves, I hope you're doing okay today. Welcome back to my channel. So I'll be doing a quick fix, like a quick makeup. I'm not a pro, so I'll be stepping out with my friend. And then I thought to myself, why not I come and chat a bit and talk about why certain things are considered normal, which are not actually normal. So this will be a series where um, I ask certain questions why we consider certain things normal. So tag along with me and watch me while I do my makeup before I step out with my friend. So my first why will be, why is the responsibility of being the bigger person placed on the person that was wrong? Why is it expected that the wounded should be the one to carry the wound and also have the wisdom to let it go? When will the person that actually wronged you be tasked with the responsibility of taking accountability for their actions? Why? I think it's very unfair that people would offend other people and then expect that you should be the one to have the grace to forgive. And most times, if I find out that when they meet, when they try to settle two people, like if two people there's a problem later, or someone is trying to settle two people that have like a fracas or something, most times they'll try to talk to you that has been offended to be the one to be the bigger person, like to be the one to succumb. And the other person might not be the one to apologize. You just let it go. And I think it's very unfair because then there will be no accountability for that person. And if that person believes that they can always get away with that attitude, then they will not learn anything from the situation. So generally, I think people should be able to take accountability for their actions, and also the person that was wrong should not be taxed all the time to be the one to forgive. I think that's very unfair to do that. Why do we act like wanting money is greedy? Like if people say they like money or people want money, then you're seeing like as if it's a taboo or you're being greedy. Meanwhile, your survival and your comfort depends on it. Why? Why should anybody be shamed for saying they like money or they want money? The society wants you to feel like it's a taboo. Meanwhile, money is one that solves at least 70% of our issues. I'm not saying it solves everything, but at least it sorts out most of our basic needs. So if you're being asked to chase your dreams, chasing your dreams and making money, is that not what is going to at least pay your rent, pay your bills, sort some other things? So please, nobody should shame you for liking money or wanting money. You know, if you want to stay there and feel shy of saying, gone are the days where people will be feeling, oh, I don't. There's no human being in this world that doesn't like money. There's no human being in this world. You know, some people just want just normal comfort. It's still money. Even if you're saying, oh, I don't want to have all the money in the world, but I just want to have something that will be able to help me pay my bills and make me comfortable. That's you wanting security. So nobody should shame you. Not today, not never. Should you ever feel that you saying that you want money or you like money is weird or strange? Please, oh, on this side, we like money. Oh. Why is it a taboo for women to be honest about their physical attraction in men? I mean, men do it all the time. A man will tell you, oh, I want her to be like this. She must be this way. She must be like that. She must be this way. She must look a certain way. And meanwhile, as a woman, if you say you want to name some of the things that you want in a man, nobody wants to hear it. Why? Why shouldn't women also be honest about their their physical attraction in men? I mean, if a man could say what he wants, why shouldn't you say what you want? If it's a tall, dark guy you want, say it's a tall guy, that guy you want without being shy of saying it. Men do it all the time, so why shouldn't women do it? And it's a double standard for me. It's a double standard for me. But I just hope that more women are open to, expressing themselves about what they want physically in a partner and not being shy that when they say it, um, it will be seen as them being picky. It's not you being picky, it's just you liking what you want. Since men are bold to say this is what they want, you too, you should be bold to say this is what you want. Yeah. Why are men shamed for being emotional? I think sometimes the society is very hard on the men. If you're vulnerable or you're just naturally an emotional being, you'll be seen as weak. Meanwhile, You could be going through the worst thing of your life, but you're asked to be a man. These younger men, the ones coming up, I hope they are not burdened with that. The society I really do tough on men. And then you then blame the men for being emotionally unavailable, not realizing that because they've been forced, or let me just say, the society wants them to act the man without showing that they're emotional beings or they're vulnerable. And it shouldn't be said that women are emotional beings. I hear all the time women are the ones that are emotional beings. You still find men that are quite emotional too. So just because a man, wears his heart on his sleeve or is an emotional being, he shouldn't be shamed. Please let's not teach this to the young men coming up. People are allowed to share their feelings and their emotion any way that they wish to. It now depends on the person receiving it. That's something entirely different. If the person receiving it will use it against you, I believe that's when you see people tend to retract and then become emotionally unavailable, especially for the men. So, but if you're talking to or you're expressing yourself to someone who has the emotional capacity to accept your vulnerability, then you should be good. Please let men be soft. If a man is soft, you find that there are people that even love men that are soft. I'm not a pro in this makeup thing, oh. So anyhow the makeup is going, now manage. We're managing it. Why are we made to feel guilty for walking away from things that no longer serve us? Why? You know, when you walk away from things that no longer serve you, it's either you're made to feel guilty about it, or naturally you tend to feel guilty about it. And I feel you shouldn't feel guilty about anything that is costing you your peace of mind. You know, anything that will cost you your peace. Um, please don't feel guilty from cutting off things that no longer serve you. And it could not even be beef, it could be you walking away from a job, walking away from a relationship, walking away from toxic family circles, walking away from friendships that no longer serve you. Shouldn't feel guilty. If it has run its course, then it has run its course. So you should be free to move on without feeling guilty and move on in peace. Don't move on and start blaming people for the actions that you choose to take. So don't feel guilty from walking away uh, from things that no longer serve you. Yeah. I actually don't even have all my makeup things here because I'm not at home. I traveled. So my setting spray and stuff are not here. New one that we can manage, or that's what we'll manage for this makeup. Why are people told to move on from trauma faster than they were hurt by it? I mean, time doesn't heal all wounds, and there's no expiry date to the pain you feel. So you don't have to be on schedule or have to have a certain timeline for you to be able to heal from trauma. No, processing does, because sometimes you have to sit in your emotions, process it, and then you begin to at some point heal yourself. But there's no timeline, no timeline. But for some people, all of us we heal differently. For some people, they heal quick, they heal fast. While some, it takes them years before they heal. The only bad thing about it is if you're someone that wants to dwell in it, like you don't see the need to get yourself out of the situation. You want to keep dwelling on your pain, on your past, or on whatever it is that you've been through. So I believe everyone should have the opportunity to heal at the pace that they can heal from trauma. There's no date, no expiry date, no schedule, no timeline. Just heal when you can heal. Why is a man's strength measured by what he can provide? Don't kill me. Don't kill the messenger. I know the Bible says the man is the one that steps out to till the ground to provide for his home. But why is a man's worth measured by what he can provide? Don't get me wrong, as a man, you should be able to provide, or you should have a provider mentality. So at times you will find that in some situations, sometimes the woman might be 70, and the guy is 30. So if there's an understanding and she brings her 70 to the table and the man brings his 30, and with the hopes that he's working hard, that one day it might change or they might get even or he might even go above what it is that she is bringing to the table. And this table, there are a lot of things that are on this table. Oh. It's not necessarily finances. There are lots of things that a man can do for his family that is not always centered around finances. A man can be very supportive. A man can support his partner's dreams. He can be the one at home doing the runarounds, just making sure that he's filling in the gap for other things, regardless or still. It's a good thing if the man provides, but I don't think a man's worth should be measured only by what he provides. But please, oh, in doing that, make sure you go for someone that have sense. So don't just say, oh, it's go up. If you don't go for somebody that have sense, you might just go and put yourself inside one pit and be hoping for him one day to wake up and have a provider mentality. If he doesn't have a provider mentality, my dear, you're in trouble because even with his 2 naira, you will not still see the 2 naira. Wait, why is the idea of submission being pushed to only women? Hmm? As a man now, if you're to lead, you have to be able to lead with your heart now. But why is it tasked that a woman should be the one that should submit? I mean, two of you should submit to each other. End of story. Why should it be the woman that will be tasked to submit? Are you not accountable to her? Is she not also accountable to you? Why can't the both of you submit to each other? I mean, if everybody knows their place and they're playing their role, there shouldn't be any chaos or fracas. So please, that thing where it's the woman that must submit, the woman must submit, the man should lead. As you're leading, lead with your heart and your softness. So don't go and expect her to submit to nonsense because it's not everybody that will submit to just anything. You have to be able to know how to lead and lead well. And it's not about strength and dominance or authority. It's about leading the right way. So I believe most women, if you lead the right way, they will submit naturally. Except if she get coconut head with that one, you don't go carry waiting past your power. Yeah. Why are people shamed for being single? Hmm? Why? As if companionship is the ultimate ticket in life. Yeah, we all want companionship, but why do we shame people that are single? Do you know there are people that genuinely don't see themselves staying or having a partner, so they rather just, you know, be in situationships. And then you see those people and you think that, it's very shameful for them to be single. Okay? For you to be in something that will cost you pain, being single is worth it until you get into something. And some people genuinely would rather not lead people on or would rather not be in situations that they don't feel happy, so they just stay single. Once they feel like they click with something or with somebody that's is going in line with what they want, then they'll be in a relationship. Some people like relationship, and some people are not just single because they just want to be single. It's because maybe they didn't get the girl they want, or they haven't found the right partner that they want. Nobody should be shamed for being single. If you want to, and then those people that they must be in relationship, whether or not they're killing them in the relationship, you can never catch them single. As soon as this relationship is finished, they're not even thinking or processing what went wrong in the last relationship. They are running into another relationship. I don't get people that always want to be with someone. It's not like I'm saying it's bad, but especially when you're not even learning from the previous situation, then what are you doing? You go into the next one and then you're still repeating the same circle and then coming in and out of relationship, in and out of relationship. I don't think that thing is cute. Today they've seen you with this person, next tomorrow they've seen you with that one. Haba. Stay single. Sometimes you need that time to meditate and think and check yourself inward. What did I do that didn't make that relationship work? Or what should I do differently that will make my next relationship work? Then you'll be able to get into something with clear heads. So don't shame anybody for being single, I beg. Nobody should be shamed. If people meet the right one, they'll be in relationship. Why do we want instant forgiveness without working to earn it? So because you told somebody I'm sorry now, they should forget everything. People process things differently, and sometimes when you've offended someone and you've said you're sorry, it takes them time to process their feelings, their emotions. And then you find out that just because you said sorry, then you will not be like, oh, but I've already said sorry now. Why is the person still behaving funny? But I've already said sorry. My dear, you have to allow them to process their thoughts and process how they feel about the situation. Or another way, you have to earn back their trust. It's as good as that. You don't accept. Sometimes, yes, they're forgiving you, and it could be that they're forgiving you and they don't hold any grudges. But it's a slow process because the way the human mind works, it will be like, after this situation, can I trust this person? Can we move on from this? And you just realize that maybe the way you react to them will not even help them to even, fasten the how they feel, where you just see that, okay, this person has truly forgiven me. So let's sometimes you also need to earn that forgiveness after you've said, please forgive me. You also have to earn it, and earning it by allowing that person to process their thoughts, or also, not getting mad at them for how long it takes for them to come around. Yeah. I don't know what lip combo I'm doing here. Oh. I'm just putting anything together to see how this lip combo will be. I don't think I've tried this lip combo before. But let's see. Let's see. Let's have it. Let's have it. Let's see what will come out of it. We're getting there. Why is loyalty to toxic environments seen as a virtue? You're in a toxic environment, just because you can endure it is being seen as strength and seen as a virtue. What about your mental health? Hmm? What about your mental health? How much of that loyalty will you be able to give out until you break? So loyalty to toxic environment shouldn't be seen as a virtue. I mean, if the environment is toxic, you need to find a way to fix it. Fixing it could be any way you wish to handle the situation. You don't have to say, I must be the strong one, ride or die, right? I must stay there, I must suffer. There's no price for suffering. Meanwhile, your mental health is being challenged. By the time you realize it, you're already damaged. I hope the makeup is coming out too. I'm just trying my best. I'm not putting on lashes, so I'm not. So we're putting the final finishing touches on the makeup. And the final why I have today is, why do we equate overworking to ambition and then rest to laziness? Why? Just because you're overworking sometimes doesn't mean you're the most ambitious person on earth. There are people that work smart and they're still making money. So don't go and overwork yourself and forget that you need to rest. Thinking that because someone is taking out time to rest, it means the person is lazy. I don't think that's a fair way to analyze it. You can work hard and still find a way to rest. So you necessarily don't need to equate overworking yourself to you being ambitious. No, you don't need to overwork yourself and then forget that you need to rest. Find time to rest, or find time to rest. Be smart about it. You work hard, but also find time in between your work to be able to rest. Because funny enough, for me, like while I work, if I rest, I tend to, in that period of resting, I tend to come up with more ideas, more things that can help my work. And it also helped me to rest mentally, so that when I get back to work, I'm able to deliver as I'm supposed to. So please, guys, I encourage everyone that works hard to find a way also to rest. It's very important. So You don't lose it all. You can think you're working hard now and then you break down, and then you don't have the strength to be able to get back to hustle. Try as much as you can to find time to rest. Okay, guys, so I'm done with the look, I'm done with the makeup, and I'll be stepping out soon. That will be all on the series today. I'll see you on the next one where I bring up more whys and why certain things are considered normal. So thank you so much for staying through my video from the beginning to the end. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and you can drop a comment. These are just my thoughts. You could have better ideas or your own thoughts that you could share that could also be helpful. So bye.